I have the pleasure of welcoming our wedding party today. First, let's put our hands together for the parents of the bride, Kevin and Lisa Reed. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the mother of the groom, Happy Spencer, supported by John Daly. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Casey Spencer and Tim Rivers. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. And now, let's make some noise for Kelsey Reed and Jerry Lucy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Pauline Plant and Ray How much noise do we make now for Erin Reed and Anthony Garlamay? And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of introducing our best man tonight. Give it up for Patrick Spencer! And now, let's make some noise for our native one, Melissa McHugh! And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the new bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Spencer! Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to start off, and I'd like to ask Patrick to say the first words.
Is this thing on? Okay. Welcome, everybody. I was told to keep this short and concise. I have a tendency to ramble. Dan and Meg, congratulations. I'm going to be the first speaker, I suppose. I was asked to prepare something, and I had trouble trying to write something down. I tried to really speak from the heart, and I was writing down some things about Dan that I was going back over the years and thinking about Dan's strengths. And Dan is full of compassion. He has so much compassion for everybody, for everything he does. The other thing I was coming up with I just couldn't stop writing down was determination. Dan is very determined. And the last one is love. It really is. Dan loves everybody. Dan loves everything. He really does. Everything Dan touches is full of love. And something that I was trying to come off from that was something that kind of was consistent from Dan from the very beginning, from when we were just very little. And that was happiness. Dan was always happy, no matter what we were doing. If we were on a Sherlock Holmes tour after a 12-hour flight, falling asleep. Where is she? Falling asleep. If it was trying to make it like we wanted to look at one more red rock. If it was anything like that, Dan was always the one that was just happy. You'd look at Dan and you're like, I can't do this anymore. my family for a week. And Dan was happy. He had a smile on his face. But Dan really, you really found it with Meg. And I had the pleasure of living with Dan when they met. And I all of a sudden noticed small things like Dan actually did the dishes. Or the statue room was clean. And it was just a happiness that he had that was just this glow that exceeded even what Dan did in the past. And that was because of you. And it really was. And that was something that I was so happy to see. And it took Dan's strengths and propelled them to that next level. It took Dan's determination and everything you do with the fire department. And it took it to that next level. It took your love of everything you have. I mean, calling me and us having conversations where we were like, we used to want to kill each other when we were 4. And being brotherly. And it took your determination and your love that clearly you've expressed and you two share and brought it to the next level. So I'm so happy for you, and I know everybody is, so congratulations.
Patrick, would you give the mic to Casey now? And Casey's going to say a few words.